Yeah, I want to make a video today about my first contract, which I canceled on Upwork. And this was a pretty straightforward job. It was like described to going to an office or to a location and take some copies and then send these copies via email or Dropbox or ever to the client. So like it also it seems like plausible because the client was like located in another country, so he needed this copy without traveling actually to Germany and do these copies by himself. And I thought maybe because regulations or whatever, it's not possible that people from there can send him the copies. So it makes sense. It made sense at the end. But I got hired. I asked how long will take this task, and he said like, yeah, from between 7 and 10 days, and will be finished. And I thought, okay, it's pretty easy. I will get a power of attorney. With this letter, I will go there, make the copies, and then I don't know, use a Dropbox or Google Drive or whatever to give him the required copies. Then. When the contract started, he first wrote an email to a law firm, and he said like, "Yeah, I would like to introduce you, Pascal. He will make the copies, whatever, at this location." And there was also the first time I saw it. It's about the inheritance, and then I thought it makes totally sense. Like he's living abroad. He needs somebody help with the handling of the inheritance. Maybe they said they're not allowed to send the copies or whatever electronically, and he needed just somebody to do this. And then 2 days passed, and I followed up with the client like, hey, 2 days passed, there is still no answer of the law firm at all. And then he said, yeah, he will follow up. And then he sent again an email to this law firm, and I waited until Friday, and then there was still nothing. And I really actually I thought, okay, I just get instruction, I book a train ticket to go there, make the copies and finish, and then at this point already 1 week has passed. And then I followed up again and they said, yeah, maybe it makes more sense I make a phone call there and ask, maybe it's even faster to make an appointment. And then he even said, "Yeah, I need to clarify if I need a power of attorney." And I thought he had everything prepared already, but it wasn't the case. And then I called there, and the lawyer wasn't available. It was some kind of secretary or whatever. Picked up the phone, and she said like, "Yes, I need a power of attorney." And then I followed up again with my client, and I think yeah, then I have to check maybe. Yeah, it's actually I thought it's straightforward. Just go there, make copies. At the end, I'm writing back forward and make phone calls like crazy. Yeah. And I then contacted back the client and said, yeah, I need a power of attorney. And then he did send it to the law firm. And then was again like nothing. And then I called there again, I think on Wednesday it was, and then this lawyer he picked up and he said like, yeah, until now he wasn't allowed to talk with me. This is very weird because normally the lawyer of my client needs to contact him directly and he's not allowed to talk with anybody. And this was pretty weird. And I then said like, yeah, I got hired on Upwork and I want to finish this at one point. Until when he know if this power of attorney is sufficient, because I I didn't want to travel a 4 hour train journey and then hear like, oh, this power of attorney is not sufficient or this or that is not sufficient. If I sit in the train for I mean, it would have taken me all day for go there and back, so I wanted to have everything clear. And then I provided a Calendly link to give him like the options to choose when we can meet to make the copies. And I then last week wrote to my client, yeah, if we cannot get an appointment until the beginning of this week, I will have to cancel the contract. And today I canceled the contract and I said to him, I already invested a lot of time in in writing and calling forward and backward, and there was like strange things like the lawyer isn't allowed to talk to me, and it's really very weird. So at the end, I'm really unhappy. I even took this contract and started to work on it because at the end it was a waste of time for me, and I lost quite a lot of time writing emails and calling there to this law firm or whatever. And I thought now I better stop and cancel the contract than going further and call again with lawyers and write emails for nothing. I'm not hired for this. So the job originally was straightforward, go there to this place, make the copies and send it and finish. There was nothing like, hey, you will need to make an appointment with a law firm. This could be difficult or whatever. There was nothing ever mentioned about it. And so at the end, yeah, I went forward now and canceled the contract. And yeah, and I thought in the future I won't take jobs like this anymore, like where you have to go physically somewhere. I will start keep on working on remote work, which is much safer, I think. And maybe in the future I will clarify a bit more or stop the process even more if I see this is outside of the scope, because this was really outside of the scope. And during the before the contract, the conversations or in the contract, there was nothing mentioned about calling and emailing to a law firm and very difficult to make an appointment or whatsoever. It was just mentioned travel to there, make the copies and send it. So yeah, I feel like wasting some time on this task, but yeah, can happen. And I did stop it now before it's even wasting more of my time and there is no result at the end. So yeah, I have my personal experience with inheritage and with bureaucrats and lawyers or whatever. Yeah. I don't want to talk to them. I don't want to email them. I don't want to have nothing to do with them. So I prefer to work with private businesses. So thanks for watching and have a nice day. Bye.